My name's Dave Ramsey and I approve this message. Whole life insurance is horrible because it's front-loaded with commissions. Whole life insurance is straight from the pits of... Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. I help people live and leave a lasting legacy with infinite banking. Dave and lots of other people say that whole life insurance is bad because it's front-loaded with commissions. Let's talk through this. First and foremost, it would be amazing if I could have a conversation with Dave. I think that we could have a great conversation. We would laugh about some things. We would disagree about some things. I feel like it would be a great time. And I have fun communicating this idea of infinite banking while respecting what he has done in the financial space in general to give people structure. And of course, the man himself is an accomplished businessman, best-selling author. I read his books. I love lots of his stuff. We're just not seeing the whole story when it comes to whole life insurance. Here's what I'm saying. First and foremost, let's do this right out of the gate. Recognize that the customer, the consumer, pays for everything. That's a simple saying, but I really want to walk through that, give you some kind of a visual, give you something in your mind to think about. Because that truth, although so short, so simple, it's big. It's a big idea. The consumer, the customer pays for everything. Let's take a meal. Let's take a meal at your favorite restaurant. So if you would, with me, think about your favorite restaurant. If I'm going to a Mexican restaurant, I'm going to be ordering something like the bistec norteño or something like that, okay? I'm going to be having something tasty, okay? So just think about that steak with me for a second. When you buy a steak with the arroz y frijoles and all that other good stuff, right? You are paying for the farm's mortgage where the cow ate grass and drank water and perhaps was finished off with some grain feed. You're paying for the electricity of that farm. You're paying for the personnel that work on that farm. And then you're paying for the transportation from that farm to the butchers. You're paying for the butchers, equipment and tools, etc. You're paying for the packaging. You're paying for the distribution from there to the next place where it's going to be wholesale, retail, whatever the case happens to be. You understand what I'm saying? If that's being bought at a price, there's so much that goes into that price, and then there are so many steps. It's an amazing process. I would say this right here, real quick interjection for your financial education. I may not get the exact title right here now, but it's the pencil book. I'm the pencil, I the pencil. I'll look this up here when we're done. I Pencil by Leonard Reed. That's it. Check that book out. Just really understand and appreciate the process that goes through to make something as simple as a pencil. But we're talking about steak in this case. Do you see what I'm saying? The customer, by me ordering that plato de comida rica from the restaurant, okay, I'm paying for all of that. And then we didn't even talk about the restaurant. I mean, the booth, the waiter, the sweet tea, the water, the nachos, and the cheese dip, all the electricity, the bathrooms, the cook who's in the back, everything is being taken care of by the customer, the consumer. The customer pays for everything. That's important to know. I know that might seem like a lengthy groundwork, but for you people, you showed up for this. You knew what you're getting into. This is a real look at things. So now, hopefully, with a renewed appreciation for and a big, wide view into what goes into a simple plate of food at a restaurant, let's talk about one more example. Did you think I was going? All right, one more example. Okay. And here's a financial one. Think about a home mortgage. Now, in the event that you want to procure a home for yourself, normally there's going to be an appraisal of some sort, which you might pay for. Obviously, a down payment on the property. The seller's agent's commission is going to go into this. The buyer's agent's commission, the agency, the real estate agency is going to be compensated for their part in this deal. So the agents are getting paid, the real estate agents, the agency is getting paid, the appraiser is getting paid, the bank loan officer is getting paid. So all these people and these entities are getting paid. And notice when this is happening. Up front, at the start, at the beginning. And again, I might not have iterated that enough when describing the stake. Look at how much went into that, but also look at how much went into that up front. That's being paid for right away. And then let's get to the mortgage itself. Do you know that once everybody else is paid, the agents, the bank loan officer, all these other people and entities, and you're just now, the down payment, you're just now doing your regular monthly mortgage payment, right? I dare you to look up, for multiple reasons. This is a great exercise. You probably won't do it, but if you do, it's going to be so good. It's going to make you mad. I'll tell you now, if you've never done this, or if you just do it again, you're going to be mad. But it's in a good way. The vast majority of the dollars, the volume of the amount that you're paying every month goes to interest up front. You're not even paying off the principal. You're not even paying off the actual house itself. You're paying off interest up front. It's front end loaded with the interest going to the bank first, and then you're paying the principal off. Look up your mortgage info. I dare you. I dare you. Banks are making bank. Always remember that. Which brings me to the crux of this. Here's where, okay, Dave just doesn't even touch it, is what I'm saying. I don't know what Dave knows or what Dave doesn't know, but here's what I know. Banking as a function is not addressed by him or anybody else. Somebody controls and somebody profits over the banking function in your life. It could be you. You could be becoming your own banker, as R. Nelson Nash describes in his book. Somebody controls, somebody profits over the banking function in your life. Dave just doesn't even touch it. He talks about how to save money. He talks about how to live beneath your means. He talks about how to invest in these government qualified programs, pay your mortgage off early, etc. Doesn't address banking. Now that brings us to whole life insurance. How does whole life insurance work?
Insert crickets here, Jesse. The crickets noise. Jesse, insert the crickets noise here. Do it. Do it.
Much like everything else, whole life insurance works much like everything else. It's front loaded, like the stake, like the mortgage, like anything else. Of course, the insurance company is going to do well and profit from the deal. Of course the agent is. I mean, what kind of agent or company do you want to be doing business with? Unprofitable ones? Okay, especially when you wrap your mind around we who are implementing infinite banking with mutual life insurance companies anticipate receiving dividends from these companies that we're part owners with. So separate subject. I've actually covered, and this is a great time for me to say this, a lot of myths, mysteries, and misconceptions around whole life insurance, infinite banking, what people say and think. Check out that particular series for more resources to know what's what. So of course the insurance company should be profitable. Of course your agent, your advisor, the person that you want to call when things are going awful or things are going great to be a resource to you, you want them to be profitable. Because the more profitable a mutual life insurance company is, the more profitable we can indirectly be by these dividends. And of course, just by the company being able to offer these types of contracts, which are amazing. They are the number one financial asset in my life. these policies that I personally own. And I own multiple policies from multiple companies. It's a number one place where I live and leave a lasting legacy, where I build money. So everything that I have mentioned and everything that I haven't mentioned is front loaded with whatever the cost happens to be. The customer pays for everything. Now, I've already addressed in other areas about commissions or fees, or the insurance company keeps your cash value and only pays you the dividends, or only pays you the death benefit. Again, check out other videos in this particular series. But when it comes to someone deriding whole life insurance because it's front loaded with commissions, I just either think that is disingenuous because it's not taking into account all of the information, or that person is just being defamatory for their own intents and purposes. Now, here's a great place for me to mention that, because I do both, just so y'all know, I believe that everyone should be adequately protected. If someone calls me, gets on my calendar, and all they want to do is have protection because they don't currently have insurance and they want to have term insurance, whole insurance, I will do that. I'm not doing universal, let me be clear, but I will write term and whole life insurance all day, every day, not twice on Sunday. Don't try me. It's good to own the policies on Sunday, but I'm not looking to write them on Sunday, okay? What I'm saying is that everybody should be adequately protected. Everybody should be adequately protected. I personally am very aware that 100 out of 100 Americans die, so it's not necessarily an if scenario, it's a when scenario. So when you die, I think that you should have protection in place so that you can live and leave a lasting legacy to your heirs, those that you care about and love. Now, with that being said, if somebody wants term insurance, I think having term is better than nothing. I will write the policy. Now, to level up on top of that, I think that having a convertible term policy, and I own convertible term policies. I own convertible term policies that are term policies now, but I have the guaranteed right to be able to convert those in the future to a policy that's designed for infinite banking. Now, to see that episode, you need to go to my encyclopedia series where I am talking about convertible term policies and other great nuances, verbiage around whole life insurance for the implementation of infinite banking. Check that episode out. I just recently got a convertible term policy for 7 figures more of coverage, death benefit, protection on my person, on my life. So I will write term policies, convertible term policies, and of course, whole life policies that have been designed for the purpose of infinite banking. All that to say, term insurance, hear me closely, term insurance is front loaded with commissions. I'm an insurance agent. I'm paid commissions from insurance companies that I write business with, that I write policies for my clients. I get paid from the work that I do. If you got a problem with that, take it up with Scripture is all I know, if that matters to you. The workman is worthy of his hire. There you go. I receive commissions for term policies that I write as well because I own them. I encourage people to own them. Every case is different, but what I'm saying is I get paid commissions from term policies. They are front end loaded as well. Just like the stake, just like the home mortgage, other things that we are very, very familiar with, it works the same way. The numbers are just smaller. And to address the smallness or greatness of the number, again, every case is different. It should be relative to you. And I've addressed that in another episode of why are the premiums so high? Check that one out. It's a good one too. So on that note of me writing term policies, people don't typically try to come to me to get the cheapest policy possible. Again, I think something is better than nothing when it comes to life insurance. You should have some, and you should have enough. What's your definition of enough? Let me know. I want to be as covered as I possibly can be, and I have, meaning today, and I've implemented this concept for a while, and it's taking me a while, but as of today, I could not get more insurance if I asked, because I have, and they gave me as much as I could have. I am fully covered. Now that's going to be a moving target, moving into the future, God willing, but as of today, I'm fully covered. I think everybody should be fully covered when they can be, how they can be, but they certainly should have something instead of nothing. And both term insurance and whole life insurance provide agents with commissions up front. That's how it works. So if this conversation has cleared some things up for you, or if you still have lingering questions, please put those down in the comments section below. To have a conversation with me, you can find me at durhamtalents.com. Otherwise, enjoy this next video, and I truly hope that you live and leave a lasting legacy. This is gonna be good. Satan himself thought up whole life insurance. Dadgum whole life insurance. It's from the devil. Whole life insurance is straight out of the pits of... What was it I just said to myself a second ago? Now, this stuff needs to be at the end. Jesse, put this stuff in the bloopers section at the end. You can't be laughing up at the front end. Whole life insurance was made by the devil himself. Easy. Love you, Dave.